Welcome to Giggle Water Chat again, and we have a dog-themed drink for you this time, the Salty Dog and Greyhound.
Cindy, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Oh, we have a special treat for you today.
Jeffrey on the piano.
Okay. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? Ruff, ruff. I do hope that doggy's for sale. This is a shout out to all those dog lovers out there. We're so excited about this.
So, Jeffrey and I are doing a special tribute to the dogs we've lost, and also to all of your dogs out there.
Do you want to talk about your doggy first?
Sure. I loved it when Jeffrey decided he would play How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, because I would sing it to my dog Capote all the time, and Capote's the one person in the world who never complained about my singing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So this is a beautiful portrait of Capote that my friends Chad and Joe gave me for Christmas after I lost Capote in November. So shout out to Joe and Chad.
That's right. And I lost Jake and Newman, two corgis, as you can tell. I'm a corgi lover all over. And my dear friend Scott gave me this painting back here for Christmas, probably many, many years ago. So that's kind of, we have some wonderful memories of Jake and Newman, and I know you've got some great memories of Capote.
You know, when Capote was born in July, and the first Halloween that I had him, you had a big Halloween trick-or-treat thing at your house, and that was his.
That's right.
He came, and we all had on a black turtleneck, and Capote had on a black turtleneck, and your dogs were there too. So this is Capote's ashes I have, but Jeff has kind of a funny story about how he came to lose the ashes of one of his dogs.
Oh gosh. The house in Seattle got broken into sometimes, and that was the one thing they took was this box, and I guess they thought maybe there was jewels in it. I guess
it was sealed, so they couldn't open it. And imagine the surprise of the thieves when they got home and they.
Someone out there has poor Newman, or they put Newman in the trash. I don't know what they've done. But,
anyway,
do you have a fun story about Capote you want to tell?
Oh, gee, there are so many. Capote was a big people person. He loved to, anytime we had company, he loved the company to come and visit with them. We were living in New York for 12 years together, and he knew when the bell would ring from downstairs, and he knew people were coming, and he would start barking. Normally he didn't bark. He wasn't a barking dog very much, but he knew that it didn't matter if it was the laundry delivery or people coming for a party. He was excited. I guess probably he was tired of listening to me saying, "How much is that doggy in the window?" Whatever.
Well, I remember every time I'd go visit Cindy in New York, it was like to show you how important Capote was and how special Capote was. Capote, you'd go in her bathroom. Her bathroom's about the size of part of this piano, and you would have to step over the potty pad. Yes. So it was like you'd go like this to brush your teeth and all kinds of stuff like that. But one of my favorite.
It was a New York City dog.
Exactly.
Puppy pad.
One of my favorite cute stories about Jake and Newman is that they loved to chase a stick, a bone, anything, and we would go out in the backyard and we would throw it, and they'd both run after it, and they would catch it, and they would bring it back together, and that was just so sweet. I miss seeing them do that. Everybody that would come over would say, "Dude, throw the stick, because we want to see Jake and Newman carry the stick back together."
Tell the story about the time your friend babysat your dogs and couldn't get them to eat, and he.
Oh, that was. There was a couple. That was not Jake and Newman. That was Fergie and Raleigh. But that was years ago.
He's had a lot of corgis.
Our corgi Fergie had passed away, and Raleigh was not the alpha dog in that relationship, and so I had to train Raleigh to eat again because the poor thing would sit at the back door for days and not want to eat because we used to go walk together and everything. So I would sit down and I would feed him, and then one day we left and dog sat, we had somebody come over and dog sit, and they called and they said, "What do I have to do to get this dog to eat? Sit down and put a red-headed wig on?" That's enough.
So
well, tell us about
this is for all the dog lovers out there, and our little tribute. So today we're going to make a salty dog.
Woo!
Which isn't a very complicated cocktail, but it does go along with our theme. So the salty dog really began as the Greyhound. I knew about salty dogs before I knew about Greyhounds, but the Greyhound was really the forerunner to the salty dog, and it was made with vodka and grapefruit juice.
Right. Well, when did the gin come in?
Back then they decided, a bartender in the 30s decided that he would change it up and add salt to the rim, and he started making it with gin. So you can really make a salty dog with vodka or gin. And the Greyhound is basically the same thing that doesn't have the salt on the rim.
Right. So, and we're going to show you how to do both of those today. And I'm a gin lover, and she's a vodka lover. So we'll just kind of play around and just have a cocktail together.
I like gin too, but
Are you ready to go have a drink?
Let's go giggle with some drinks.
It's time to have a cocktail.
Yay! So today I'm
doing a salty dog.
And I'm going to do the Greyhound.
And I'm doing one with gin, and you're going to do your spirit with vodka.
You're right.
So we're going to make two different ones. We haven't done this before, so we thought this would be kind of fun.
Okay.
So do you want to do yours first?
Sure. So I'm going to take this very cute little vintage glass. My aunt used to have some of these glasses, and when you put ice in them, the whole thing gets really cold. And that used to be so amazing to me. So I'm going to put 2 ice cubes in here. Here, why don't you go ahead and put your ice cubes in yours?
Well, I've got to rim my glass.
Okay, all right, okay. And then I'm using North Sister vodka. This is from Sister, Oregon. And I'm gonna put 2 ounces. I had a friend that was watching this, and he said, "You mean you measure things?" I'm like, "Well, for our show, we measure things. Sometimes we just pour a big old dog."
While she's doing that, I'm going to put a lime, take a wedge of lime, and kind of get the rim together.
It is a lemon, but that's okay.
Oh, lemon, excuse me. And this is kind of a salt concoction. Cindy's son said it might be kind of fun to make it more crafty, and so I put herbs of Provence in the salt to give it a little bit of kind of spice, a little bit of flavor. So that's perfect.
And did you use some of this Jacobson salt, which is also
from Oregon.
An Oregon product? So then I'm just gonna pour.
And I'm using gin, of course. Put the spirit in first. There we go. Tanqueray. And I'm just going to fill it up with the grapefruit. Fresh squeeze is the best.
I need a little bit. I wanted to make sure we didn't run out for you. So.
I thought you'd be wanting to put more vodka in.
Well, I'm trying to behave today.
So we stirred it up. Do you want to put a lemon on, or are you?
I don't. I want to have just like this. So
salty dog,
Greyhound, and here's all the dogs in the world that we love so much.
All of our animals that we love so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see.
Well, that tastes really tasty, just like a Greyhound.
This is easy to do. That's the worst part about it. It's easy to make. So just come here. I'm gonna make me a little salty dog really quickly. Oh, this is great.
So be sure to continue to watch us and subscribe.
And also, we just found out about
when you subscribe, a little bell will come up. Be sure there's not a line through the bell.
If you want to be notified.
And then you'll get notified each week when we do this.
Exactly. So here's to
Capote,
Jake and Newman, and to all of your wonderful memories of your animals out there. We love you. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it this week, and I hope you'll tune in again next week for the next episode. See you later.